Right. Hi, I'm Sydney McKee. I am a junior at Iowa State University in Ames, Iowa, and I am doing my final video for What Does Leadership Mean to Me for the class Leadership Studies 322. And since this video is very lenient on what we have to talk about, we just basically have to talk about what leadership means to us. But I also wanted to touch on a couple other points, like why I take this class and what this class has taught me, and then a personal story or experience I've had in leadership and where I want to go after I graduate Iowa State. So the reason why I took this class was because I made the choice to minor in leadership studies because after this past summer I was a youth leader for my church back home, and I really liked being able to be on a bit higher pedestal, I guess, and have the kids come talk to me about whatever they need to talk about, and leading certain activities and stuff like that. And that's when I made the decision, when I really thought that I didn't know if I was going to go into ministry or anything like that, but I just knew that leadership was something I was really interested in, and so I just thought I would minor in it. And this is the first class I'm taking for that minor. And so I want to go into a little bit about what this class has taught me. I have a little thing that I'm going off of just to keep me on track. And this class has taught me a lot. I really liked taking this class, especially online. I bet maybe it would be more beneficial if it was on campus, but online it was great. And because we were online, we had discussion posts, and that's the first thing I want to talk about in terms of what this class has taught me, is about discussion and communication. One of our first assignments was discussing a discussion post about why they're so important. And a lot of the students, including myself, we said that discussion posts are mainly for expressing your ideas and expressing what you learn from the certain reading or the certain assignment that we had to do. And I've known for a long time that communication is a really big part in any relationship that you have with literally anybody, whether it's a friendship, a work relationship, an intimate relationship, or even with just your family members. And communication is very important, and I've learned to incorporate more communication in my relationships because of this class. And the next thing I want to talk about was when we watched the movie Crash. I really liked that movie, even though some parts of it were really hard to watch because it kind of sucks to see that stuff happens. A lot of us know that stuff all the racism and when police officers are very handsy with people, we know that stuff happens, but we don't really want to see it. So watching that movie really shed some light on how important when you're a leader that you need to be so aware of how diverse our society is. And I realized that because I'm Christian, it's not a lot of people believe in the same things that I believe in. So if I want to become a leader with whatever I want to do, I need to know that I need to be compliant with other people's needs and wants when it comes to diversity. And I think that I learned a lot from the leadership aspect of how important diversity is when you're trying to come up with ideas and stuff for an organization that you're working for. And then one of the last things I learned in this class, we talked about in the assignment that was due December 15th, which was about leadership and followership and what those roles entail and why they're both important. And I learned that followership is more important than a lot of people think, because when people think of leadership, they think of just one person just talking and controlling everything. But in reality, followers are what make the leader a leader, because without followers, a leader wouldn't be a leader, if you get what I'm saying. But one thing that I really liked when we were discussing followership was the term intelligent disobedience. And we had a reading about the like service dog who how service dogs and how like they are required to, if the owner asks for something and like it's not for their, it's like it's not best for their well-being, the service animal will actually like do the opposite thing. Like if there is someone who is blind and they have a service dog and the owner think it's okay to cross the street, and so they tell their dog to go, like, we're gonna go cross the street, but then the dog sees like a car coming and he like stops them and like resists so the owner doesn't get hurt. And I thought, I never really like knew about that, so I really thought that that was interesting to learn when it comes to followership. And then like incorporating that back into like humans with like human followers and human leaders. I thought that sometimes like when you're a follower and like what the person who is leading you, like they have like a not the best way to handle a situation or go forward with something, and it is like the follower's job to let the leader know that this option could be better and that you should probably consider it. And so those are just a couple things that this class has taught me, and I really enjoyed this class. And then for a personal note, I am a child, adult, and family service major with a leadership minor now. And with child, adult, family services, you can honestly go any direction when it comes to helping people when you graduate. And since I am a Christian, like I want to like, not just a Christian, but like since I have a belief in a higher power and I have a very big heart, I feel like with my higher, with God's help, I will be able to do a lot more than I think I can. And so I want to help out with like human trafficking and trying to stop that and eliminate all of the issues that come along with that. And that's just one idea that I have. I don't know how far I will actually go with that. And then there's also like my aspirations to maybe be a youth minister. Because I am child, adult, family services, I have the youth option, so I want to work with teenagers because I love working with teenagers. I think that it's easier to work with teenagers because they can actually express what they want, unlike children, and because they really don't know what they want yet, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to take my leadership minor and the information that I've learned from this class, and I want to somehow be an influence to other people, and maybe I'll start like a nonprofit sometime down the road. And I just really want to make an impact on this world somehow. I know a lot of people, they want to make an impact, but I just really hope that me going through with this like minor, the leadership minor, it will help me figure out ways to do like the steps of becoming a good leader, which we also reviewed in this class, but I want to learn more and go forward with this information and use it in my everyday life and in my professional career as I graduate Iowa State. So, Professor, thank you for this class, and thank you for all the information that you were able to give me and all the other students. I really appreciate you taking the time to go through every assignment and like give feedback and everything like that. And thank you for just being my professor, and thank you for whoever is grading this, that hopefully you liked this video and it made some sense. But all right, well, thank you for a great semester, and thank you for everything. Thank you for all the information and everything that you did. So, all right.